Okay, ball position. So here we've got Rory hitting a driver on the right and Rory hitting an iron on the left. Ball position on the right, outside his shoulder. Ball position on the left, under his left eye. All right? So on both of these instances, if Rory is swinging well, the bottom of his swing is going to happen at the same spot. All right? Or the apex. And that apex is going to happen here, right when the shaft aligns with his left arm. All right, so there's the bottom of his swing. Over here, that's going to happen right when his shaft aligns with his left arm. The bottom of the swing is happening in the same spot. But with his driver, he tees it up just at or beyond the bottom of his swing, so naturally the club is coming down, 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 down. It's hitting its level point, and now it's naturally going to come up. So the driver we want to catch in the level, so we move the ball a little to the left, or right under the bottom of our swing. With the irons, we want to catch it more on the down. So we play it back of the bottom of the swing. Now look, the bottom of his swing, that white line, is on the exact same point of his foot in each of the frames. AKA the bottom of his swing arc is happening at the exact same point with both clubs. And that's the way we want to do it. I wish all beginning golfers would learn to have an apex or bottom of the swing to happen in the correct spot that it does. And again, that spot is when the shaft aligns with our left arm and points right up to the left shoulder, which is the fulcrum point or center of the golf swing circle. So the bottom of the swing is happening at the same point no matter the club. That's why it's never made a lot of sense to me why a player would play their wedges way back and their 3-iron way forward. If you learn to have a bottom of the swing under your left shoulder, the fulcrum point of the golf swing, and that apex happens at the same time. There's two different things that can happen with the swing. The apex and the low point don't have to be the same, but they should, meaning not only is this Rory's apex of his swing, but for all practical purposes, it is the low point. The club is coming down into this point before it goes back up. Now I've seen amateur players, tons of them, they get to an apex back here at about 7 o'clock, and that's where the shaft will align with their left forearm bones, the ulna and radial bone here, and they'll still somehow make a divot after the golf ball. We saw you doing this, and that's just because you can still extend your arms and lower your body and do all kinds of things to force a divot to happen after the apex. But we would love for the low point in the apex to happen at the same point on every swing for every club. Now, the driver asks of us to hit it and sweep it off a tee, so it makes sense to move the ball to or beyond the low point. That way the club is naturally coming down. It's either going to be level as it comes across and sweeps the ball off the tee, or even slightly hitting on the upswing. Now, there are some tour players that still catch it slightly on the down. They're still more comfortable hitting slightly down on their drivers. And, Cameron Champ is one of these guys, one of the best, longest prolific drivers in golf. Gets his hands ahead. But technically speaking, all players should learn to have that apex happen at the same spot under the left shoulder, which again is the fulcrum point or center for all practical purposes of our golf swing circle.